You're catching up with Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast. Thanks to Sterling Homes. Make the move and visit sterlinghomes.com.au today.
It's Triple M breakfast.
Celebrities.
Got a bit of celebrity news for you.
Influencers.
Instagram, Triple M Adelaide page, whatever that means.
He's got his ear to the ground.
It'll be downloaded, uploaded. What do you do?
It's time for Chris Dittmar's
OMG.
OMG. Celebrity News.
Well, celebrity news right off the bat. I'm not doing it.
I know, I'm sorry, Dick.
There's some celebrity goss.
Well, I just found
Jeepers.
these stories and I said,
Yeah.
should we do a celebrity goss? And
Okay.
Tell us about it.
all right, well, let's start with the royals, shall we? Kate Middleton's still sort of missing, apparently, which is just a
Why doesn't she
weird...
just come out?
I don't know. I feel like
Release an honest statement.
she should hold a newspaper up and say, I'm fine, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Or if she's not.
Apparently she's been seen at the shops, though. There were no paparazzi for some reason, even though they're
get out.
There'd be
freaking
100
everywhere.
paparazzi
Couldn't have been her
hanging
then.
for every
And
step.
shoppers who were definitely not paid money by the family said she was very healthy looking and safe, and it was nice to see her out and
She
about.
doesn't just whiz down to the local
Nah,
shop,
that
surely.
does not
She
happen.
does do that,
Oh,
but
come on.
normally
Not at the moment.
she's not missing. So it's, yeah. Anyway, so Kate's missing and Kim Kardashian's gotten involved. God knows why. She's popped up a picture of herself on Instagram and the caption just says, on my way to find Kate.
Ah.
And now everyone's going, well, Kim, that's a bit, come on now. If she really is missing, then that's a bit grotty. So Kim's jumping on board. Megan's got her social media back. So obviously she's seeing an opening in the
Yeah.
in the fan.
she's not.
There's a
She's
void.
got Instagram back and she goes, or she just thought there's a bit too much attention on Kate now. My turn to shine,
Right,
okay? So
okay.
I'm going to get Instagram.
Watch
back.
the content, please.
Yep. All of this aside, Prince William might be getting his own TV show. Oh, not Prince William, sorry, Prince Andrew.
Get your princes, right?
Sorry, Prince Andrew. You know, the one with the island and
Yeah,
everything, and
the
the
sweat.
Epsteins, the
Epstein.
sweating, and
Oh,
that
that
awful BBC interview he
One with a
did.
teddy bear on his bed.
Yeah, odd man, very odd man.
Peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
They're going to make a series about him.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson is going to play the BBC interviewer. She's fantastic, so I'm looking forward to it. I wonder if they'll have to spray sweat all over his face. And
I thought he said he couldn't sweat.
well, this is the thing. He can, Dits. He absolutely can.
A sweat up on Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Okay, Idris Elba,
I like patina.
new James Bond, apparently. This is according to fans. They've just done a poll with English fans and said, who do you want to see? He got 1/5 of the whole thing out of like 30 dudes.
Take over from Daniel Craig.
Yep, Idris, he was in The Wire. He's great. He did come out last year and say that he didn't want to do it because he's a black man, and he said that so much of the conversation ended up being about race. He said, I just got put off of it completely. He said, I just didn't want it to be about him being a black James Bond. Otherwise, he would have loved to have done it.
Yeah.
A couple of other people on the list, Henry Cavill, who's my personal choice, just because
the hot
holy
list is-
Who's
dooly.
he?
Oh, Dits. He used to play Superman, and he's just a hunk. He's
Can
an
you be
absolute
Superman
hunk.
and James Bond?
Yeah, this is the thing. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
They're a bit the same, aren't they?
Tom Hardy.
Oh, not really.
Tom Hardy's also in the
Right,
mix.
who's he?
Tom Hardy,
an artist?
He's a brilliant actor, Tom Hardy, but he's a little bit too famous, I think. As you kind of want someone who's not too well known, so that they can make James Bond their own. Aaron Taylor Johnson is way up there with the Broccoli family's favourite. So the Broccoli
who?
family decide who James Bond is. They're producers. I know, they're called the
Broccoli
Broccoli family. I know, it's insane. I sound like I'm having some sort of stroke, but I'm not. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
And what do the Carrot family think?
The whole vegetable
And the turnip.
drawers
Now
in
let it
there.
blow with the apple family.
Yeah,
Much out of it. It's
Wow.
He's a favourite, but let's have a listen to Roger Moore speak, okay?
I'm now aiming precisely at your groin.
Ooh.
Says speak, or forever hold your peace.
But James, I need you.
So does England.
So
Right.
that's what we think when
Yeah,
we,
James Bond, yeah.
This is Aaron Taylor Johnson's voice.
Well, the thing about this movie is the originality, right? This is a movie that no one really... I mean, this is based off of a book, but, like, there isn't any huge expectation behind these characters, right? For the most part, they're unpredictable. They're things that it's refreshing.
Anyone that says things, you
Bond.
can't be James Bond.
James Bond.
There's a bit of Michael Caine about him. Young
shaken, not
version.
stirred. Actually, you got a
Beckham.
vodka cruiser.
Yeah.
Like, that
Doesn't
can't
sound
be
right.
James Bond. You
No.
can't do. So he's going to have elocution lessons. Let's move on to Donald Trump. He should probably be in another segment, but he's in celebrity goss because
He can be whatever he wants,
he's a
Trumpy.
big. That's exactly right. He's come out and he's, well, I don't want to say threatened China, but he's had some pretty big words for China.
tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, you're going to not hire Americans and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it.
OMG.
Hey, putting some tariffs on them.
Come on, make a big statement.
Yeah, come on, Trumpy. I mean, coming from a country that, you know, we made one small comment about China and it decimated an industry. So I would be careful.
They got a little bit more power than us, America.
He must know what he's doing because he's just absolutely trumping the polls over there. Anyway, celeb goss. There you go.
Well done. I liked it.
Nice.
It's and Loz, Triple M.
Oh, we love Ditz. We love the big red cat, but he's a bit crook today. He's
We don't know what's going on, but apparently he's been driving the big white bus all night.
The big red car.
What does that mean for people that don't know?
I think it means that you've been sitting on the big white porcelain seat all night, the toilet, the throne.
Oh, well, I've heard it's coming out the other end as well.
Yeah.
So he's not in good shape, and we don't know if Tech spiked his drink yesterday or
we don't.
not.
No.
But while he's away, we're going to have a bit of fun because every now and then he just fails to do his research properly and just gets a few facts
He backs
wrong.
himself in.
And we've actually made a montage of them.
The Australian Defence Forces over there, that's so locals that we really want to make safe and get out of there. Plus we've got around 200 of our own people, I think, that work in the embassy, and we've got dual citizens. Do those numbers sound around about right to you?
No, not at all. The embassy people have already left.
Right. A mate of mine, I worked with him for years at Channel 7, is doing a special night this Saturday night. Jake Fleming, his band is Audio Rain. He joined us. What's happening Saturday night, Jake?
It's actually Sunday afternoon.
Oh. Are you allowed to tell us what you were meant to be doing up there? Is it a big, project for South Australia, or what was happening?
Well, obviously it's in the Northern Territory, so it's not South Australia.
Yes, but your company is South Australian based.
Going to be 33 in Perth today. Doesn't their weather normally come this way?
33?
33 in Perth today.
Sure?
Yeah.
Perth 13 with a high of just 16 today.
We are in the dinner break here at the Adelaide Oval, and people just knocking off work and coming down. The crowd is building here at this magnificent Oval, Ferg, where you've played so many times. How many do you know at the Adelaide Oval? Can you remember?
I reckon I played one here.
One?
Yep.
A few weeks ago, if you remember, as number one ticket holder of the Port Adelaide Cricket Club, I said it was Ladies' Day to get down there supporting the Glenn McGrath Foundation.
Yes, I do remember.
Jane McGrath Foundation. It was the wrong day.
Oh.
It's tomorrow. So, ladies, well, I gave everyone advance warning. It's
We're
tomorrow.
adding this to your list of
All right. I got the day wrong.
Oh, what about even the one a couple of years ago, last year, Jordan De Goey?
Oh, this one.
Port Adelaide inquired about Jordan De Goey several months ago.
Ditz drops so much mail.
My mail is that Port Adelaide and Jordan De Goey's management have had contact and have spoken.
That sometimes he forgets that he even delivered the mail in the first place.
How's Port and De Goey going?
What?
Port and De Goey.
Well, there's no connection there.
I'm just asking, how's that?
Well, it's the first I've heard of it.
Well, you dropped it.
I did not.
Port chasing De Goey.
Jordan De Goey? No, it wasn't me. Anyway, that's our rumour secret.
I don't remember what you did a month ago.
What's up next?
Oh, very funny. Well, yesterday or the day before, we dropped a rumour about Kylie Minogue. Harvest Rock, that's a pretty big gig in Adelaide, isn't it?
For sure.
Do you want me to drop a name here that might be a bit of a surprise?
Oh, who have you got? No.
Come off it.
Kyle's?
Right, would you go?
Kylie's sung in Adelaide.
I don't know if she ever has she?
Oh, well, we did a little bit of research on that. She was here in 1991 with a Rhythm of Love tour.
Yeah. Okay, so she's been here once.
Memorial Drive,
Yeah.
Yep. And then she come back again for the intimate and live concert in 98.
Oh, so she's been here twice.
That's at the Thebby Theatre.
Okay.
And
Right,
then
so
she
Ditz is wrong.
come back again for a night like this
Okay.
in 2001 at the Entertainment Centre.
Yeah, that's three.
And then she come again on the fourth time, Kiss Me Once tour. That was in
she's been
2015.
In Adelaide 4 times.
Yeah. And then she come again.
No!
on the Golden Tour in 2019 at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
Oh, she did it again. She did it 5 times again.
Oh, good work.
Oh,
a little
Dits.
bit of fun. Oh, the Red Cat's home.
We
and
love you,
sick.
Dits.
Hey,
You are wrong. Oh, I don't believe it. Cannot imagine having something up my bum like that.
On Triple M Breakfast,
Who else can we offend this morning?
it's time to
Talk dirty to me.
accidentally.
Yeah, sometimes we say things and we don't realise how filthy they actually sound out of context.
Yeah.
And we were running a bit late this morning, so let's get this done before we get into the 7 o'clock hour.
And then sometimes we're just deliberately dirty.
Yes, sometimes you are.
Yeah.
Those times are a little bit too gratuitous
Yeah,
to put
okay.
in this segment. So let's start with it. We've got a couple of guests this morning. So we interviewed Sam Taunton, who's on the project, and he had this to say about Margot Robbie.
But also, Margot Robbie touched me on the
Where?
like on the ridge on the.
on the
Oh,
Gee whiz.
okay. Let's hear what he actually said.
So Margot Robbie touched me on the
Where?
like on the desk. She reached on the
on the desk.
on
the
on
desk?
the arm.
On the
Like I was
arm.
sitting next to her.
Show me on
That'll
the
do.
doll where Margot
Yeah.
Robbie touched
That'll
you.
do.
Yeah, so he had a nice little interaction with her, and we made it filthy. Liam Flanagan for Triple M Brisbane was calling the Crows Suns game, and this is what happened.
Bob Jane teammates were inside the Crows forward 50. They trail by 8 points. Quick kick off the deck. The deck, I beg your pardon, came from Alex Sexton.
He was calling in Auckland.
Came from Sexton as well.
Yeah. How big is your deck?
Is that why we only kicked one goal too? in the first half?
There's no
Do
review
you
with that
polish
one.
your deck?
Kind of just is what it is, but I thought, I beg your pardon.
Good one. I like that.
All right, Roo, this is
no.
you talking to me.
Every time it comes around to you, we basically have to put a hard one in your hands so
No.
it goes around another time. I'm sorry to do that.
Please
Oh,
explain.
no. This is how it actually went.
You give it away every time it
Yes.
comes around here. We're
Yes.
trying to jackpot it so we can promote it and get up to 1,000, 2,000, and every time it comes around to you, we basically have to put a hard one in your hands.
Not sure it's better with the reveal, but
No.
there you go.
Yeah, it's talking about a little piece of paper for the quickie.
That's
Get these
right,
little
yeah.
cards
Yep.
with
We
questions
try and make
on
them a little bit harder, and, sometimes. Anyway.
Speaking of which, you're on the quickie today.
Yeah, it's
I
coming up.
am.
You're under pressure.
I know. Okay, so this is just when you're away, Roo. Ditz and I were alone, and there were 2 in one morning. Okay, this is the first one.
Morning, Loz.
Morning.
Gee, it was hot in the sack last night, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Gee, it was warm.
Yes, it
Warm
was.
night. Only got down to about 24 degrees.
Made it seem like we were in bed together.
No, sorry. I didn't mean that.
No reveal there. That's just is what it is.
Have a crack while I'm away.
That was the first words out of his mouth.
We
on
are
the
a
show.
close team.
There you go. This is us. Let's just play this out.
Ooh, you thought it might be bigger.
I
Anyway.
thought it might be bigger too. Don't
Moving
worry.
on.
Yep.
What the hell was that about?
Well, I know what it
Amy
Well,
Shark.
Look, nothing against
That's
Amy
their
because she's
headline
got a
act.
lot of fans, but you would have thought it might be a bigger act, I think, yeah.
Ooh, you thought it might be bigger.
Yeah, there you go. Innocent!
What was that?
It was Amy Shark might be headlining, what was
Australian
it?
Grand Prix.
Australian Grand Prix.
She's,
And I
the,
thought,
she's the music act
I thought it might be a bit
for
bigger.
the Formula One Grand Prix. Yeah.
This is you two ganging up on me, I think.
Bit of-
Oh, you guys are getting
Oh,
hard.
we want to get to know our
Hey,
listeners.
we've always been hard. Loz.
Well, I don't know.
See, that is accidentally dirty.
It is. Let's hear the reveal. What's going on? Things have gotten
More
so
next.
tough. Why are we getting
Because
so
we
tough?
want a bit of creativity and a bit of...
Oh, you guys are getting
Oh,
hard.
Oh, no.
Still sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, this last one I'm nervous for because it's me and it's long and it goes on for a while and I don't clear it up and it just sounds worse and worse as it goes. And I explode. First of all, I swallow
Please tell
it.
me all over him.
I swallow a gulp. And immediately, like, my body's like, horror, this is a code black. Get rid of it. So I spray, everything. I just miss his face. I think a bit went on his arm.
Oh, that's what's called accidentally dirty.
This
We're
is
meant
the
to do it
reveal.
before 7 o'clock.
I take a big sip of
Big
swig of what I think is clean, fresh, straight from the servo pump, 2 for $7.99 or whatever. and I explode. First of all, I take this, I swallow
Please tell
it.
me all over him. That
There
was
you
when
go.
you drank seawater,
Yes,
wasn't it?
it
You're
was.
bringing home seawater to
Put
wash
my
your
hair.
hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Big shout out to Attaboy, Robbie from Attaboy. He brought in some salt water for me.
Is it working?
It's great. It's awesome. It's
Oh,
a great
good.
product. So there you go. Accidentally dirty. Let's get out of here.
It's where it
please.
is, Loz. Triple M.
Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Ditz and Loz.
Best breakfast show in Adelaide.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Lehman. I'm Anthony Lehman.
Oh, good morning, Lemo, who joins us every Wednesday morning. How are you?
So I'm missing Adelaide already. You know, I was there for the Fringe.
Yeah.
And I'm coming back for Gather Round. Titus O'Reilly and I are doing a show.
Oh, what sort of show?
Where's that?
It's going to be at Rhino Room. It's the Lemo and Titus Gather Round extravaganza. And get yourself a ticket. Come and check it out. It's on the Saturday of Gather Round. And it's going to be a big show. Titus O'Reilly is going to discuss whether Jimmy Toumpas and Jack Watts played their best footy at Melbourne or Port. And get a load of this, guys. We've got a very special Crows Leadership Group discount. If you book in a group that's bigger than the Crows Leadership Group, we give you cheaper tickets. So,
What about a family pass for me?
or a Rupert family pass.
There's as many people in the Crows membership group as in my family.
It'll barely fit in the Rhino Room. I'll tell you. We actually can't have Rue's family and the Crows Leadership Group because they're running up seats.
What about the Brady bunch? Can they get in?
Oh, we can fit them in.
Yeah.
Now, were you in Adelaide over the weekend for a corporate gig?
I was indeed, Ditz, yes. The Toyota Dealer of the Year Awards. I was at the Convention Centre.
Right.
It was a magnificent night. Corns Toyota took out the big big award of the night, yes. Here's a question for you. Can you tell me, because I've got a joke about Toyota, can you tell me if this is appropriate or inappropriate? How do you think Toyota would feel about the fact that ISIS pretty much exclusively drive Toyota Hiluxes?
That's a few sales, I would have thought.
Unbreakable.
They flogged the guts out of them. I've never seen one broken down.
No.
Hey, and how many can you get on the back?
Exactly.
Get on the back.
I mean, let's be honest, that's a good ad.
It is.
Did you run with it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
I was about to, and I went, no, I'm not going to take the risk. Footy, back to footy.
Yeah.
The Tassie Devils.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to go with Devils, though, didn't they? I mean, that was the obvious.
Yeah.
That was the obvious choice. Although, Ditz, are you a little bit nervous?
Why?
Well, Port right now have a mortgage over NXS. You sing the song before every game.
Yeah.
But now you know what's going to happen down in Tassie.
What?
Before every game, they'll be singing this.
Oh. Hello.
And it's a better song.
It'll be a
too.
song off.
Well,
Yeah.
just tell them not to ask for permission. You don't need to.
No, that's right. We didn't.
Just sing it.
Are you sure their song's not going to be Kissin' Cousins by Elvis?
Oh.
Sorry, I've been making a lot of those kinds of jokes off air.
Nicely done, Loz.
Gee whiz, Loz.
Yeah.
Hey, but they've gone for Tassie Devils. So I've had a look around the world. I've got the top 5 sporting team names for you.
Oh, nice. I like when you do this, Lemo.
Around the globe. So let's kick it off. This is a high school in Illinois. They are the Hoopston Area Corn Jerkers.
The Corn Jerkers.
Jerkers.
Because apparently that area in Illinois is the corn capital of the world.
Right.
Wow.
What does their logo look like?
I can't explain it to you this time. Coming in at number 4, this is a soccer team, the Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
Okay.
Banana slugs.
Made famous by John Travolta in the movie Pulp Fiction. You know when he changes clothes and he puts the T-shirt on? It's a Santa Cruz Banana Slugs T-shirt that he's wearing. Yes.
I can't say I remember that exact
that
moment.
put them on the map, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Coming in at number 3, this is a high school in Tennessee, the Chattanooga Central Purple Pounders.
Purple Pounders.
I don't want to see that shirt, that logo either.
Coming in at number 2, this is a college in Connecticut, the Avon Old Farms Winged Beavers.
Okay. What
Oh
sport do
my
they play?
God.
Softball?
But coming in at number 1, from the Northern Football League in Melbourne, from the area of Epping, it's the Epping Pingers.
Oh, no.
You can't be serious.
That is a true
You
story.
can't
That
call
is
that.
that is a netball and football club. And they have a great junior program as well. And it says, if you go to their website, it says Home of the Mighty Pingers.
Oh, no.
On the website. And this is their club song. Have a listen.
Who's the number one ticket holder there, Lemo?
Ben Cousins.
Yeah. You can't say. I thought you were going to say Carl Williams.
He's the owner of the club. Good on you, mate.
All right, thanks,
See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Test drive the all-new, all-electric Toyota BZ4X at Peter Kittle Toyota. The top 5 things we've learnt on Roo, Ditz and Loz this week. Number 5, comedian Lemo was on and we learnt Tasmania have a new AFL team.
The name of your football club, Tasmania Devils.
Port right now have a mortgage over INXS. You sing the song before every game.
Yeah.
But now you know what's going to happen down in Tassie.
What?
Before every game, they'll be singing this.
Oh.
How do you know they won't be singing this song, Lemo? Or what about Loz's suggestion?
Are you sure their song's not going to be Kissin' Cousins by Elvis?
But we're kissing cousins. That's what makes it all right.
Number 4, Wednesdays is Kids Jokes Day. It's time for Joe's Joke. And Roo's kids, Tom and Rocco, normally do it.
Tom, where's Rocco?
But Tom had to go solo.
So he got his grumpy pants on today, has he?
No.
And we learnt Tom Rasciuto is a man of few words.
Just going to do it all by yourself.
Yep.
We might have to call this segment Tom's Jokes.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Get rid of Joe?
No.
Does the Easter Bunny go all the way to Port Augusta?
Yeah.
Or does he bring his chocolate eggs?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's been seen on the back of the ute up there a couple of times, Easter Bunny, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Going around all the shacks.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough work. Roo, change the subject.
Don't you want to go to the go-karts?
Yeah.
Right. You're saying yeah a lot today.
Yeah.
You going to the footy Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, our Brekkie team read a lot of ads for our commercial clients.
Check out Sterling Homes.
And we learnt you should always stick to the script. Unless the script is telling you to ad-lib a little bit, maybe.
They offer build time guarantees as quick as 34 weeks from the slab pour Loz.
Yeah, so feel free to make it your own by using your lingo. Just remember to stick to the messaging, please. Oh, my God.
Where are you reading from?
The ad-lib points. Feel free to make it your own by using your lingo. Just remember to stick to the messaging, please. Down the bottom.
Why aren't you reading up here where we're up to?
Because I wanted to chuck in something extra for him.
Number 2, apparently the Pandas are going to stick around.
Well, it looks like it's a black and white decision with Adelaide's Pandas, Wong Wong and Funi, set to stay on at the zoo.
And we learnt we've been getting their names wrong.
Wong Wong and Funi?
Yeah.
I thought it was always Wang Wang and Funi.
No.
Why has everyone said Wang Wang?
That's how it's spelt.
So we've been getting it wrong.
You are wrong.
Penny Wong, one of our ministers, has actually been doing the deal with the Chinese diplomat at the moment. And
Is her last name spelled W-O-N-G
Yes,
though?
it is.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, so
I just thought there were too many Wongs in the one segment.
and they got it all mixed up.
Oh, well, 2 Wongs don't make a white. Number 1, we learnt about a cold case on Triple M this week. First, Loz brought us this piece of information.
So I think we've all known someone who's put laxatives in someone's food or drink as a joke.
Tex Walker does it to me.
Yeah, it's a crime.
Is it? Good. That's what I wanted to know.
That's right. This cold case goes back to 2018.
Even when a case has been buried for years.
Detective Rush, I'm working an old case.
If you weren't around back then, here's the audio of when Taylor Walker gave Ditz laxatives in his coffee. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Here's the right audio from 2018.
Did you put Laxette in my coffee?
Oh, no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Did
no,
you?
of course not.
Did it work?
Bloody worked all right. On the Gold Coast, I'm trying to enjoy my holiday, and I spent it from the bathroom looking out the window. You're an idiot.
Well, don't play games.
Fast forward to the present day, and we confronted Tex Walker.
We contacted a lawyer just to see what kind of crime it was.
Hi, it's Peter Jackson from DBH Lawyers here. Section 32
2C of the Criminal Law Consolidation Act makes food and drink spiking in South Australia against the law. This includes when people add alcohol or other substances into someone else's drink or food without their knowledge. The penalty for that offence is up to 3 years imprisonment.
Have you got a lawyer, Tex, or not?
Speak to my lawyer.
Well, you might want to. I don't need to speak to him.
You brought Dick Murray in a coffee this
I
morning.
know.
Should he keep drinking it?
Drink
or
this with trepidation.
Should go off in about 2 minutes. You'll be running with your bum cheek squeezed.
What do you reckon, Tom? Should Tex go to prison for his crimes?
Yeah.
The top 5 things we've learned on Roo, Dits and Loz this week.
You didn't miss the next day, and you were on the throne the next day.
Have you thought about that?
Oh, don't worry, there's a connection.
Oh, no.
I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Oh, no.
Travis Boak started playing for Port Adelaide so long ago that John Howard was the Prime Minister.
Boak has a shot at goal, and he's put it through.
Along the way, he's picked up 3 All-Australian Blazers, 2 John Cahill medals, and was Brownlow medal runner-up in 2020.
Travis Boak kicks the goal for Port Adelaide in game number 200.
Getting ready to celebrate his 350th game.
Boak has put it through.
Please welcome to Triple M Breakfast from Port Adelaide Football Club,
Boak, goal!
Travis Boak.
Oh, can I just add to that intro? Ken Hinkley said this week that the club may not even be around if it wasn't for Travis Boak.
Yeah.
What an enormous thing to say. Boakey, congratulations, well done, and thanks for talking to us.
Good morning, no worries at all. Thanks for having me on.
That was a big thing for Ken to say, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was a bit shocked by it all. I think when he came out and said there was actually nearly a tear in my eye. But there's certainly a lot of people around in that time that sort of propelled that club forward. I was just one part of it all.
Just missing that elusive premiership, Boakey. That's what everyone plays for. Shane Crawford got it in his last game or his last year. I think Joel Selwood got another one, even though he'd had a few before that. Is that what's driving you?
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's what we're playing footy for, and I think certainly over the years, you sort of, coming in 07, playing one straight away, you thought it was going to be pretty easy, and then having a big absence since then, it's how hard it is to win, and we've come close a few times, but there's they're bloody hard to win, and that's the ultimate dream to bring back the cup for the Port Adelaide fans and the footy club.
Now, 2007 was a long time ago. I was just looking at what happened that year. So the iPhone came out that year. Britney Spears shaved her head that year. That was the year Britney shaved her head.
Is that long ago?
Yeah, Roo, that was the year you retired.
Oh, I had hair.
Yeah. I was in year 11 in high school. I look back at her and I go, who was she? Like, total stranger.
Are you 85, Boakey, or 30?
When you...
Thanks for making me feel old.
No, but when you look back at when you started, do you recognise that boy? Like, how much have you changed?
Yeah, I look at the photos and go, wow, what was I doing with my hair?
Yeah, me too, don't worry, yeah.
I think I was talking about the other day, I think I chemically straightened the hair, so I've progressed, matured a little bit since then, so that's been good. But look, I was just a young kid just trying to get a kick back then, and you sort of, you do mature pretty quickly in a footy club, and it's been one hell of a journey, but very thankful for everyone who's sort of helped me along the way and get me to this position.
In start of your career, you're trying to get a game, then you're trying to play well, and then you're trying to be the best player. And then towards the end, you try and give back and you try and bring kids along. You've been the best that I can see at Port Adelaide since I've come into the AFL with what you've done, taking players overseas. Jason Horne-Francis last year, Zach Butters, Connor Rosie before that. But probably even a bigger role and a harder role is when you take players in, younger players, and you've done that with Sam Powell-Pepper, who was, needed to be straightened up a little bit, didn't have the best upbringing. Is that a natural thing for you, Boakey, or are you just hell-bent on doing everything you can for the club to be as good as it can?
Oh, look, I think there's no doubt that we get our values and what we sort of stand for from our parents, and there's no doubt Mum and Dad sort of taught me how to sort of be a good person and try and give back and care for people. But I think you sort of learn and mature over the way. And I think, being in a footy club for so long, I think what we understand is you learn a bit, you sort of go through the hard times, you got to learn the ins and outs, but then it's important to share that. And I think that's, sort of definitely towards the end of my career, I want to make sure that I leave the club and other players in really good position. And I think over the journey, you've got to make sure that all that information and what you've learned along the way, you've got to give back to someone else for them to then pass that on as well. So, I've been fortunate enough to have, good people around me, and the club have brought good people in, and I've just tried to help out as much as I can.
Boki, the big thing I admire about you, I know you've spoken about this a lot this week, so I apologise about the question, but it's this Geelong thing. You know, any young kid that's lived overseas or away from home playing sport, there is the homesickness. You had your family at home. We know the situation about your dad. You love Geelong. You barracked from, Selwood and his delegation fly into Adelaide. Well, I guess my question, if I cut to the chase, is what was the defining thing? You'd played in a grand final where we lost by 119 points. When I saw all this happening, I thought, he has to go home, surely. There was so much pull and draw to get you back there. Was there a defining thing? Was there something that you said, no, I'm staying?
Look, I think there's no doubt the decision was really hard, but I think for the majority of that year, it was always like leaning towards staying at Port. I think, when you think about purpose and what you really want to do, that was kind of the pull to stay. And I think, once Mum and my sisters and my family were really comfortable with me still staying over here and supporting me here, I felt really comfortable to then make that decision. But the purpose to stay at the club, to make sure that we get it out of where it was and try and propel it forward, it's like you can't leave something in a bad position. Yeah. I just couldn't do that, and along with the other boys as well. And that was kind of the reason, the purpose to try and to make sure that we turn the footy club around.
Well, it is one of the most loyal and great things I've seen. Seriously, it was magnificent. So well done to you. And look, I think you're one of the people that the whole football world, wants to do well this weekend. It's not just Port people, and I mean that. So good on you, mate. Congratulations on 350, and maybe there are still quite a few more to come.
Let's hope so. Thanks very much for having me. I really appreciate the support over the years as well.
Good on you, Boki. All the best for Sunday and all the best for the future.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
There he is, Travis Boak.
Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
When do I get paid?
It's time for Joe's Joke. Which prosciutto kid's telling jokes today? Is it Joe, Nick, Tom, Sophie, Rosie or Rocco? Spin the prosciutto kid wheel.
Who have we got today?
Tom.
Tommy!
What have
Welcome.
No one else, Tom. Where's Rocco?
He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, what's he got his
Rocco.
grumpy pants on today, has he?
No.
No, you're just going to do it all by yourself.
Yep.
We might have to call this segment Tom's Jokes.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Get rid of Joe?
No.
No. Yeah, good boy.
good boy.
Yes.
Hey, is Easter coming up? I want to ask you a couple of questions. So, does the Easter Bunny go all the way to Port Augusta?
Yeah.
Oh. Does he bring his chocolate eggs?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's been seen on the back of a ute up there a couple of times, Easter Bunny, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Going around all the shacks.
Yeah.
And guess what? I know that your birthday's coming up very soon because we have the same birthday, the 4th of April. Isn't that exciting? Yeah.
What are you doing for your... Don't you want to go to the go-karts?
Yeah.
Oh. You're saying yeah a lot today.
Yeah.
You going to the footy Friday night?
Yeah.
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 You going to go into the rooms after they win?
Yep.
Yeah. How many... All right, I'll ask you a question. How many goals is Tex going to kick?
Probably 3.
3. Yeah, be happy with that.
pretty
I
fair,
reckon Fog's
yeah.
going to get 3 as
Yeah,
well. All right,
all right.
Tommy. All right, what's your jokes today?
What does a painter do when he gets cold?
What is
Painter or a panda?
Painter?
Painter.
Painter.
What does a painter do when he gets cold? What does he do?
Puts on another coat.
That's a good one, Tom.
I like that.
that one. All
That's
right.
good, mate.
You got another one?
Yep.
All right.
What did the baker say when she won an award?
Oh,
What did the baker say?
What did they say?
It was a piece of cake.
Hey, I like it.
Good ones, Tommy. Well,
Well
done.
done,
You're holding
Tommy.
up the household today, mate.
Yeah, good
Lucky you
boy.
got big shoulders, Tommy boy.
Yeah.
Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
When do I get paid?
It's time for Joe's Joke.
Oh, where are we going,
We're
Loza?
going to Willunga Primary. Good morning, Grace.
Sorry. here
Hello,
she is.
Grace.
Oh, hello, Grace.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
That's good.
How old are you, darling?
10.
Oh, that's a great age. You're big now, double digits. What year are you in? Year 5?
Yeah.
Oh, and what's your favourite subject at school, Grace?
Art.
Ooh, what's your favourite? Do you like painting, drawing?
Painting.
Yeah. What kind of paintings do you do? Do you do pictures of people or landscapes or?
Landscape.
Oh, we're finding out a lot about Grace. Well,
how about you tell us a joke then?
Yeah.
What did Joe's mum say when Joe asked to lick the bowl?
Ooh, what did Joe's mum say?
What did she say?
She said, no, flush it like everyone else.
Tell your dad in the background there that he's a disgrace, Grace.
Oh, that's hilarious, Grace.
Gee whiz. Anyway, that was fun, Grace. We like that. Let's go down to Alberton Primary School. G'day, Cruz.
Sup?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Cruz?
How's your day going, Cruz?
Good.
You going to school today or are you having a sickie?
School.
Oh, Mum answered that for you.
I'm already at school.
Are you in the car park?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
All
tell
right.
us your joke, Cruz.
What do you call a girl with 2 steaks on her back?
What do you call a girl with 2 steaks on her back?
What?
Barbie.
Barbie. That's quite good too.
I was a bit worried about the answer there, Cruz, to be honest.
He's got a bit of sass.
That's right.
Cruz.
Hey, they both win family passes to AFL Max. This is a great place to party, learn, train and play. It's all indoors. Book at aflmax.com.au.
If you watched 7 News last night, or maybe you see it in the Tizer this morning, but in our industry, we've lost a cameraman called Rob Brown.
RB covered some of the world's biggest stories for 7 over this last 3 decades. He was tough, he was brilliant, award-winning. Those closest to Rob thought the cancer was just about the only thing that could have brought him down. We will leave you with some of RB's most memorable pictures, from South Australia to Afghanistan to Iraq, East Timor, the death of Nelson Mandela, and no less than 8 Olympic Games. A legendary newsman gone too soon.
The vanguard of Australia's troop deployment moving into danger.
Now, often in our industry, you'll hear things like, oh, he was a good fella, or gee, he was good at his job. This is far bigger than that. And I had lunch with Bruce Abernathy yesterday, and there are people just broken and in tears, and I'm serious about that. This bloke was so respected and loved. I want to mention things like Banda Aceh. He flew in there straight away with Jess Adamson, who we all know.
Yeah.
Chris Reason, you'll see on 7 News a lot from international ports and from, any big story. Ring RB, ring Rob Brown in Adelaide, get him, we need him.
Yeah.
So there are stories, I could talk about this bloke for hours.
One of the best cameramen?
But fearless, went into war-torn zones. Banda Aceh, 225,000 dead bodies, and he and Jess Adamson stood in the middle of it and filmed it and reported every day.
God.
One night, Roo, in the Middle East, Hezbollah kidnapped him, put a hood over his head and drove him hours out into the bush.
Terrorist group.
Yeah, and they took him because they actually wanted him to take pictures and send back to the rest of the world. He thought he was never going to be seen again, but they drove him back after he'd taken these pictures. He did clever things. He flew into South Africa for the Oscar Pistorius case and rented a room opposite the courthouse and stayed there for days and days and was awake for 24/7, waiting for it all to happen. And then other networks around the world cottoned on to it and rang him, and he said, yeah, you can rent a bit of my... So NBC from America and places around the world rang him and said, can we have a bit of your room?
Yeah.
He said, yep, but it'll cost you. Like, this guy thought outside the square. He was clever. He was smart.
Fearless.
But, look, 8 Olympic Games... his last story, I reckon, the big story internationally was the crash of MH17. He was in Ukraine. He just had a nose for it.
Yeah.
He knew where to go. He would fly. He would just pick up and go. And, yeah, as I said, fearless. He was only told about 3 months ago he had cancer, and it all happened so quickly.
Oh, my God.
Look, what hasn't come out, and I say this with all of the utmost respect, is because he's Rob Brown, the cameraman, and great fella and family man. But he's the father of Tex Walker's wife, Ellie. And I think, out of respect, probably that hasn't been reported, and maybe I shouldn't say that this morning, but I think it's important to point that out because obviously Tex and Ellie are going through a shocking time at the moment. So I just wanted to mention that we feel, and his wife, Vicky, and Ellie's sister as well.
It
But this
says so
bloke-
much about him that the reports haven't even mentioned that
That's
because
right.
he was so
and
well
that's
loved.
why I say it.
Yeah.
This bloke was a genius, and he was a workaholic. He was brilliant. He was there for the Chappelle Corby case. He
Wow.
was at Nelson Mandela's death. You mentioned it. This bloke did it, and he was only 62 years of age. So just an absolute legend in our industry and an incredible person, really.
Yeah, too young and too fast. That'll be tough for the family. So all the best, all our hearts from everyone from Triple M. All the best to the Brown family.
Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
When figuring out how long the Crows should extend Matty Nick's contract for, they asked the best in the biz, Loz.
All
I
right.
love him. He's got charisma.
Got Riz,
So what,
okay.
5 years or
Yeah, 5
1,
years.
2,
Yeah, no,
5?
5's good. Yeah, 5.
2 out of 5 ain't bad. Please welcome newly re-signed Crows coach, Matty Nicks.
Oh, Matty Nicks, how do you respond to that?
That's a tough one. That's I was always a huge fan of Loz.
Gee whiz.
You might get a new manager, Nixie, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a bad idea at all.
I'll give you my BSB and account number for that 20% there. Yeah.
Congratulations, Nixie. 2-year extension. Probably takes a little bit of weight off your shoulders in some ways and puts a bit more on to get the job done now.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. It brings a bit more pressure. You know, we're a good young group. We're looking forward to this sort of high level of expectation, and I think this season's one we're really looking forward to getting into.
Coaching an AFL club has its pressures, no matter which club it is, but the Adelaide job has always been a big one. It's a whole city. I know we've got Port Adelaide here as well, but it really is the focus, a fishbowl of a whole city. Do you embrace it? Do you like it? Do you welcome it?
Yeah, I do. I really love. I mean, I grew up in Adelaide. I was born here, so I've known that for, I guess, my whole life. So I'm looking forward to what we can hopefully give back over the next few years.
Nix, you're a very composed coach. I mean, last week, for instance, a lot of people would have, a lot of coaches would have went off at the players after the performance in the first half or first 3 quarters against Gold Coast. But you see the positives. Yeah, tell us about your coaching style.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of talk about how relaxed I am. Some aren't in the rooms at halftime, so there are moments where I too can lose composure and or sometimes intentionally come with a little bit more intensity. But overall, I found the best results are achieved by doing it together. The game's not as easy as it looks, and sometimes when you're sitting up in the grandstand and you're watching, it's easy to be critical and it's easy to be get fired up and angry. So that's the reason now I'm down on the bench, is to get amongst our players, make sure I'm on the same level. The game's a really tough one from down there, so I can actually be a lot more connected with our group there, and so I can, we can share ideas at halftime. We did that on the weekend. We were really disappointing first half, and then to stand around at halftime, we had enough information. We knew exactly what was going wrong. It was just a matter of us sorting through that and getting it right in the second half. And in the end, we're probably 10 minutes too late. It would have been nice to have another 5 or 10 minutes on the clock, and we might have run over them, but wasn't to be. So disappointing first week, but we'll butter up and go again now.
Nixie, I do captain the Crows in a final after my very best mate and cousin died a couple of days before, and it was one of the toughest things I've had to do. Taylor Walker has to play tonight, 2 days after his wife's father passed away. Have you had a chat to Tex? How is he? How's he going about it? What's your advice been to Tex on playing football tonight?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, Ruse, you said it's a really tough thing to go through, and then to have to front up and play footy is another challenge in itself. So, sometimes I have had a chat to Tex. I was able to sit with him on during the week and just I guess download on what it's meant. It's a big thing. It's a really big thing for him. He's he was a big part of Taylor's life, so it's going to be a challenge. But at the same time, sometimes the best thing to do is actually get out there and play footy and take your mind off things and get amongst and do what it is you love doing and get amongst your teammates. And I'm sure Tex will go that way, and we hope he comes out and enjoys and plays a good game.
Yeah, strapping that black armband is an amazing feeling when you put it on and what it means for you, and you relive what you're doing and why you're doing it, and it can bring everyone together. It's an amazing feeling, and hopefully the boys can draw on that at some stage throughout the game and get the job done tonight and get the season back on track.
yeah, I'm sure that's what the players will do as well. It's a real, an opportunity to show your respect and go out and play footy for Taylor and his family as well.
Nixie, before you leave us, rather than measure, it on wins and losses, or did you play finals, did you win a premiership, after the extra 2 years, what would you like Crows fans to think? Matty Nicks did this, or Matty Nicks achieved what? Where do you think you'll be, you and the club?
Yeah, that's a great question, Ditz. Look,
didn't they doctor a photo with you and Nixie at the presentation? Tell them about that.
Yeah, they may have had a little bit of fun with the photo. There are a lot of photos in the presentation, unfortunately. It was a good chance to take the piss out of their coach. But no, we're all aiming for the ultimate. That's the dream, and I have that dream as well. As a coach, I want to win a premiership. I want to do it with this footy club. There would be nothing like it. I know how it played out when they've won their most recent or the last two together, and it was it's huge for this city. So we're going to keep aiming high. That's the dream. We'll continue to push for that, but yeah, hopefully we don't have to doctor up a photo. Hopefully we can actually have one holding a cup.
All right, mate. Well done. Congratulations on the 2 years. Good luck tonight.
All starts tonight. Yep.
Yeah, good luck, Nixie. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
There he is, Crows coach Matty Nicks.